Good day. I'm here with Wing Commander Ganesh Sharma, who is the CEO, as well as Mrs. Ambut Sharma, the headmistress of the Jain Residential International School. What a beautiful name.
Thank you so much for the introduction.
It's so amazing to be here. As I came in, students smiling. What is this beautiful culture that you have that students from all over the world use and want to be here as their first choice of education?
It is the way we connect with our children, with the parents. It is today's world, it's all about connection. And if I'm a mother first to my children, that's what they say, that in a residential school, you have a multiple role to play. I'm a mother first, then I'm a mentor, I'm a guide, and I'm a friend to all my children. And that's what makes a difference, because they find everything in me, and they confide in with me, and they trust me so much that they can come and discuss with me anything. It could be from their academic performance, it could be their infatuation, it could be their liking, and it could be, that hobby they want to pursue. They are not interested in a particular thing, but they would like to do something else. And how would I convince their parents? And that's what I do it for them.
Amazing. And having a friend, a guide, a mentor to speak to is so important. Why are those relationships so important to the very institution that you are trying to take forward?
Since we are a boarding school, the children stay here away from parents.
True.
So if they don't find a home here, they miss their home immensely. So we create a home-like atmosphere here and consider ourselves in the true sense as foster parents. And to be foster parents, you have to have a very good heart. And we select our teachers also just not on base of the academic high qualifications. But first is, can they connect with children? Can they relate to them as their own children? Can they love them, understand them? And this is a very important part of the school. We are an informal school, not a total formal school.
So when we talk about being informal, the concept of holistic education comes forth. How are you all rated when it comes to academics, activities, culture, values, and an international, setting?
You're very important and a very interesting question that we will be discussing about it. We don't restrict ourselves to the textbook learning. That can happen anywhere, in any school, they all do it.
True.
What I'm doing beyond the textbook teaching is very, very important to us. And that teaching involves the culture, the values, the life skill programs, the excursions, the outing, the social upliftment program. I connect my children with everything around them. I want them to explore. I just don't want to be restricted within four walls of classrooms. No, that is not a teaching and that is not a learning opportunity. We create so many platforms and stage for them that many a times they come and tell, oh my God, it's very hectic, back to back, we are doing so many things.
Okay.
But they are learning, and we tell them why are we doing this and why it is important for you to be part of this program. How is it going to help you tomorrow in your life? Today what I think, if I ask a child, what's your goal in life? Tomorrow it will be obsolete because things are changing so rapidly. The spectrum is growing wider and wider. So I have to give them that feeling, that confidence that it is not only one thing that you look at it, there are so many things that you can do it in life. And as you grow, 10 years, what you are thinking today, 10 years, after 10 years, it may not be so relevant. So be open to everything what is available to you.
Being open, I think, is most important, and something that parents are encouraging their children. Politicians are encouraging people all over the world to think out of the box. Thought leaders. When we talk about Jain International, it is so synonymous with learning for life. Why is this exposure so important?
That's true. Well, it's like this that every school is somehow oriented towards academic learning.
True.
that's important because most of schools. But today, if you look at top schools in US and Europe, they just require 3 A's, that is 81 to 90, for accepting of their applications. But after that, they ask for a lot of recommendation letters on achievement of children in multifarious activities. So we have to give them so many platforms. Here we have 64 platforms other than academics. So children at least get to beautiful certificates, achievement certificates in 7-8 platforms minimal. And these are in this school we have a beautiful program which is a life skill program. We have taken people from top corporate, from Cadbury's, top HR from Raymond's. Now this is a separate department for life skill development. Here a 9-10-year-old child has to prepare every month. He has to research on a topic given to him, maybe steel industry, maybe the economy of Japan. So research, make a project, make a PowerPoint presentation, and then come on the stage in front of more than 100, 200 people and talk.
Wow.
If this is developed at least 7 to 8 times in a year, a child prepares throughout the month and goes through this in a period of 4 or 5 years, the child is more than an MBA student of any top colleges.
So this kind of an education, upbringing, context for growth and development has received a lot of prominence in your institution. Talk to us about social impact, social responsibility. We always hear that the Jain Group of institutions is doing so much. Your school and being a residential school, you're still reaching out to the community. Why is that important?
That compassion, how will it come in a child? We talk about most of the time, why are they not doing this? But have you ever thought, why are they not doing this? Have we exposed them to what is their responsibility? So we have midday meal program in hospital, we take them to orphanages, we have tie-up with the blind school, we take them to old age homes. There are so many opportunities for them and exposure. That's what I told you in the beginning. Exposure is very, very important for them to understand. The child is ready to do something, but what does that need to be done and where? Because unless I make the child aware that these are a social responsibility and they do not need the charity, they need the skill to join the mainstream. And how will I do that unless I take them there and show them this is what we need to do it for them? Children, they go there, they sit with them, they play with them, they find out what do they need, then they sit together, they say, okay, the senior children, they'll say, okay, once in a month we will not have a breakfast and that money we will contribute it toward this cause.
Truly touching.
And it comes from them. We have Asha Club, which is dedicated to social upliftment program only. They go, they find out, then they work with them, and most of them, they go and celebrate the birthdays with the blind school children. And that brings tears in my eyes. There's somewhere we have touched their heart. They come voluntarily. Today, today is my birthday. They're so excited. Very nice, very good. You wish them, man, today is my birthday. I'm going there to blind school to cut my cake with them and enjoy. Beautiful. And one child, he was slightly reluctant to go there to celebrate his birthday. But when the friend and everyone said, just go once and see, he came back. He cried and cried. I said, son, what happened? He said, ma'am, I cannot buy that happiness with any amount of money. And that learning is very, very important for our school, for our institution. Tomorrow, if I want to see a better India, I need to be a role model. I have to go there, serve them, then my children will follow me, and they are doing that.
Amazing. And as Mrs. Ambut speaks about a better India, I would like to ask you, Wing Commander Sharma, tell us, why is the Jain International School a preferred choice to expats and NRIs? When we talk to them, Jain International features one of the most preferred residential school. In what way are you making them comfortable, and why do they want to come here?
Well, I believe that 3 major areas that parents need to develop in a child, and this school is 3 major areas which we concentrate. Of course, the very first is they learn our culture, Indian culture, and I think children need a lot of love, a lot of exposure to our culture, tradition, and they grow up into good, kind-hearted human beings. So this is one part where the Indian culture is strong in our school, where the Western culture has come more strong in many of the schools. The second part, of course, academics, and we take care of them because we have got also awarded with academic, number one academic reputation of boarding schools all over the country. We have children in all them colleges in US, in Ivy colleges, maybe Brown University, maybe Stanford. We have got children all over the world, in UK, Canada, US, everywhere. Children are doing extremely well. They are doing PhDs in aeronautical engineering, they are doing PhD in genetics. So our children have done extremely well in academics. There is one-to-one coaching in academics, and again, when a child has a lovely atmosphere where he is not afraid to ask questions, and teachers sit next to them and talk to them informally, the child is more open and is more easy to understand. So I feel this has taken. But the third very important development which many schools may not have because of limitation of time, this school, it's a Jain school, and we believe that tomorrow our country needs business leaders, international community needs business leaders, and I feel those leadership programs in the school are very high, and these are run with the corporate cooperation. It's a very collaborative approach, and this has taken the school to very high levels.
And when we talk about high levels, I'm really proud to see both of you have dedicated yourselves such strong commitment that I can see towards, empowering children, the future of education, and everything, around your world centers around that. I also believe you were in the Air Force for 27 years?
Yes, that's right.
Amazing. So what brought you to, looking at the security of children and their future?
When I came here, I met our chairman, Mr. Chandra Jain,
Okay.
and when we started talking to each other, and I had a lot of, he was a big mentor for me because a man with hardly anything has grown into 88 institutions all over the country.
88?
8 Jain institutions all over the
Jain
country.
institutions all over the country.
With the Jain University as hub.
Okay.
And we are also going to open our institutions abroad. They're all in the process now.
Okay.
And he is expanding by opening every year 4 to 5 institutions, which is humanly very difficult to open such big institutions, 4 to 5 institutions every year. And he told me, let's get into this nation building program, and I need some good hands. And I felt this is a call to my heart, because I feel if children are changed, they become top IAS officers, they become top executives, they become top corporate heads. I think this leadership development is extremely important for us as a country to grow, because there's very few business leaders available in our country. So this school aims at developing leadership. A child can do engineering, but ultimately if the child aim should be open industry. If a child does medicine, doctor, fine, but he has to open a hospital in the future.
True.
So aim is entrepreneurship at school level, a real business school at this level. So leadership, business leadership is a prime platform and concern, and I'm sure we'll make that happen.
Amazing to see a school developing future leaders for a better India. Let's go to you, Mrs.
Yes.
Ambuj.
I'll say, when we met him first, it's an aura around him, around chairman. It was a very hard decision to leave Air Force, very safe, secure,
True.
and a wonderful life, so proud to be part of, our defense services. Very, very proud, and I always took the pride, to be a wife of an Indian Air Force officer, and it's a wonderful feeling. So it was very, very hard on us, but once we met him first time and second time, we both looked at each other and we realized that we are not making mistake, because he has got a car, our chairman, accelerator, no brakes. He thinks ahead of time, 5-10 years ahead of time,
Beautiful.
His energy is so infectious that you want to be with the person who is doing such wonderful thing in field of education. So he's a mentor, he's a guide, and we are very, very proud today to be part of Jain group of institution and working for Jain International Residential School, which has given us so much of energy, so much of life to be with children, I don't feel that I'm 60 years old.
Wow.
I feel
Okay.
that I'm still, in my 30s or so. They keep us
Amazing.
so energetic.
Yes.
They keep us so, vibrant and so, full of life. Children are wonderful. It's the only thing I need to understand my children. I need to connect with them. I need to give them respect and love what they want. If I give everything today in this journey, if 15 children still who have passed out maybe 10 years back or 15 years back, they are married, they have kids, and they send me a message, how are you, Ma? I think I have achieved everything in life. I don't need anything else.
Rightly said, and I think the spirit is so contagious. As we came into this beautiful institution today, we could see a lot of excitement, thirst for knowledge, positive energy in the children and the students who are very much part of this beautiful institution. So congratulations to both of you for keeping the spirit alive, rekindling the spirit of fun through learning, education, and also a thirst for a better life. And we wish you all the best here in making India really proud and in developing future leaders towards success.
Thank you
Pleasure
so
to meet
much.
you,
Yeah.
and we wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Wing Commander. Good to
Such
see
a
you.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.